sometimes all it takes is seeing what others have done before us to know what is possible. So here are 5 teen entrepreneurs that became self-made millionaires. Number 1, Mikaila Ulmer. Mikaila started selling lemonade when she was just 4 years old in a lemonade stand in her front yard. She used her great-grandmother's recipe that included honey from local bee farms as a key ingredient and sweetener. It was so good that a local pizza shop asked her to supply their restaurant with her lemonade. Fast forward a few years, and in 2009, Mikaila launched her Me and the Bees lemonade from her home in Austin, Texas. And shortly after, she landed a $60,000 investment from Damon John on the hit show Shark Tank. That investment helped her scale her bottling business and help her get distribution into local stores. A few years later, she raised an additional $800,000 from a conglomerate of football players who were supporting her business. By the time she reached high school, her award-winning lemonade was sold in over 1,500 stores across the country, including in Whole Foods, Target, Kroger, and Costco. Mikaila is a perfect example that you are never too young to get started. On to number 2. Sisters Caroline and Isabel Bercaw launched Da Bomb Bath Fizzers in 2015 when they were just 10 and 11 years old. In just a few years, they grew the business to over $20 million in sales. They got their start making bath bombs in their basement and entered an art fair with, by the end of the first day of the art fair, they completely sold out of the product. From there, they were approached by a local salon to sell their products, and before they knew it, they had product in more and more stores. It got to the point where they were making 20,000 bath bombs per week out of their home. So much so, they were working 7 days a week at nights, in the mornings, before and after school, and they were working so hard they actually lost the fingerprints off their fingers. They eventually grew back, but it was a crazy time in their startup experience. I think it's safe to say that they've outgrown their home business and making 20,000 bath bombs out of the basement. That's crazy to even think about, but you've got to start somewhere. Today they have a dedicated warehouse with over 200 employees. They make 1 million bath bombs per month, and they've got nationwide distribution in stores like Target, Ulta Beauty, and CVS. And what was key to their success? Over a number of years, they worked hard, and by the time they reached high school, they had nationwide distribution. Number 3, Nick D'Alosio. Nick taught himself to code by the age of 15 and launched the app Trim It, which helps to summarize lengthy news articles across the web. At just 16 years of age, Nick caught the attention of a Japanese investor who saw the potential of his app and gave him $300,000 in venture capital to go perfect it. Nick went on to sell the app to Yahoo for $30 million, making him a teenage millionaire. Fast forward a few years, and Nick was the founder of a technology startup called Sphere that was acquired by Twitter in October of 2021 for an undisclosed amount. Nick is quoted with saying, "If you can find a need in the market, then go for it." A lot of news agencies reported receiving over 100 emails from him talking about his product and trying to get them the right articles about his app. I think it just goes to show, believe in the thing that you're building, be bold with it, and hustle, and you're gonna eventually see some success. If you want to see more inspiring business content and tips and tricks to help you launch and grow your business, hit that like and subscribe button and get notified of all the latest business content that we're releasing for free on our YouTube channel. Number 4, Zandra Cunningham. Zandra started her self-named Zandra Beauty Company at 9 years old, making plant-based beauty products from her kitchen table. Fast forward 10 years, and by the age of 19, her products are sold in Targets nationwide, generating over $1.2 million in sales for her business every single year. She was recognized by Entrepreneur magazine as one of the youngest millionaires in America. Zandra has been featured in 17 magazine, Forbes, Inc., USA Today, Nickelodeon, and has made appearances on shows like Good Morning America, ABC Nightline, and The Today Show. Today, Zandra is a prominent public speaker and is working on growing her brand internationally. Number 5, Shubham Banerjee. At age 12, he had a pretty simple question for his parents. How do blind people read? And his parents gave him the answer, go Google it. And so he did, and he learned about Braille. And what he learned is he wanted to give people who read in Braille better low-cost access to Braille printers, essentially enabling over 200 million blind people across the world an affordable way to read. He said it all started with a science fair project idea, but the shocking price of Braille printers, at $2,000 or more, motivated him to start a journey to help the visually impaired. His first prototype was made out of Legos and would do basic Braille printing on paper. But by the age of 13, his invention caught the eye of Intel, who invested an undisclosed sum in his business, making him the youngest entrepreneur in history to receive venture capital. With that investment and the support of Intel, his prototype has been turned into a commercially viable product that has been sold around the world and benefited millions of people, effectively reducing the cost of Braille printers from $2,000 to less than $500. What's great about this story is if you can help people, if you can create something of value that benefits them and changes their lives, It's the first major step in being successful. So if you're inspired and want to finally start your entrepreneurial journey, we've got a video just for you. There's a link in the description to a video where we walk you through the process of launching your first business in just 5 days.